Heavenly shades of night are falling, it's twilight time. Out of the mist your voice is calling, it's twilight time. When purple coloured curtains mark the end of day, I hear you, my dear, twilight time. Deepening shadows gather splendour as day is done. Fingers of night will soon surrender the setting sun. I count the moments, darling, till you're here with me. Together at last at twilight time. Here in the afterglow day, we keep our rendezvous beneath the moon. Here sweet and same way, we'll fall in love again as I did then. Deep in the dark your kiss will fill me like days of old, lighting the spark of love that fills me with dreams untold. Each day I pray for evening just to be with you, together at last at twilight time. At last at twilight time. Well, hi there, pluckers. I've a sore fingers again with you. As usual, I'm doing something slightly different for once in a while. Okay, so this is a real classic song from 1958. Okay, from a band called the Platters, of course, close harmony band at the time, and a song called Twilight Time. Real classic oldie, okay? So I'm in standard tuning. I do have a capo on fret 2, and playing it the way I'm about to show you, you'll be in key, the same key as the original Platters recordings, okay? So let's get to it. Starting off with the intro. I've tried to make this song as simple as possible. Obviously you can play this very jazzy with some very jazzy type chords, but I'm keeping it a real basic, as much as possible, simple standard chords, okay? Right then, boys and girls, the intro. So we're starting off with this. So it's a hammer from the 2nd fret top E to the 3rd fret top E, then the 2nd string hammer from 4 to 5, then the 2nd string again open to 1st, and then the 3rd string 1st to 2nd. Okay, so, and that's your intro. Okay, so off we go into the verse, right? And I've said before, repeat myself, I'm trying to make this as simple as possible, so I try and keep the chords basic. Okay, so starting off with the G chord, you can play standard G's fine. I'm tending to play it backwards, but as long as it's a G chord, whichever way you like to play it, okay? Heavenly shades of night are falling. Now it's nice and slow and steady, this song. Down, up, down, up, down, up, all the way through is quite nice. Da, 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 da. Okay, keep it simple, okay? Heavenly shades of night are falling. Then we go to a B7. It's twilight time. Then an E minor. Out of the mist your voice is calling. Then a G7. G with the 1st finger on the top E string there, 1st fret. It's twilight time. Then we go to a C chord. When purple coloured is C minor. Now, if you want to play bar chord, please do, but I'm trying to keep this simple, okay? So this is a simple C minor, okay? 3rd fret on the capo, top E string, 1st finger. 2nd string, the B string on the 4th fret, is your 2nd finger. And then your 3rd finger and pinky on the 5th fret from the capo, on the D string and the G string, 3rd and 4th strings. Should sound like 4 downwards. Should sound like that. We're not playing the A string or the bottom E string, just the top 4 strings, okay? Unless you're playing a bar chord, then obviously you can play them all, okay? But this is all about simplicity, this arrangement, okay? So that's C to C minor on purple coloured curtains, okay, then we go to a G, mark the end of E7. So it's an E chord with the third finger lifted off, open fourth string, so your fingering is second on the fifth and first on the third, all 6 strings, fine. Okay, so let's get that far, right from the beginning. Heavenly shades of night are falling, it's twilight time. Out of the mist your voice is calling, it's twilight time. When people's coloured curtains work the end of day. As far as we've got. Then we go to an A7, that's an A chord with an open third string. Second on the fourth, second on the second string, open third, open top, and 5 downwards. Not playing the bottom E, okay? So that's mark the end of day. I hear you, my dear. Twilight time is an A minor 7. So that's an A minor with the third finger lifted off, open third string. Open third, 5 down again. So second on the fourth, first on the second, 5 downwards. And then to a D7. Okay, to finish the verse off. So that's the first verse really, okay? So, right from the beginning to the end of the first verse, intro included, here we go. Heavenly shades of light are falling, it's twilight time. Out of the mist your voice is calling, it's twilight time. When purple coloured curtains mark the end of day, I hear you, my dear, twilight time. Second verse, exactly the same, more or less. Deepening shadows gather splendour as day is done. Things of night will soon surrender the setting sun. I count the moments, darling, till you're here with me. Now this is slightly different. The last line on the second verse, slightly different. You do an A7 together to D7 at last, at twilight G time. So the last line is slightly different to the first verse, the last line, okay? So there we have it. So all we've got to do now is learn the middle section, or some people call it the chorus, okay? So right from the beginning to the end of the first and second verses, we'll do intro, verse 1 and 2. Here we go. Heavenly shades of night are falling, it's twilight time. Out of the mist the voice is calling, it's twilight time. When purple coloured curtains mark the end of day, I hear you, my dear, at twilight time. Deepening shadows gather splendour as day is done. Things at night will soon surrender the setting sun. I count the moments, darling, till you're here with me, together at last at twilight time. And then you just do a bar of G there at that point, yeah? Together at last at twilight time. Then we go to the B7 again for the chorus stroke middle section. In the afterglow of day, to E minor, we keep our rendezvous in the blue. And that's the only slightly tricky bit, okay? It's like B7, here in the afterglow of day, we keep our rendezvous in the blue. That's a C diminished, or you could call it an E flat diminished, an A diminished, or an F sharp diminished. It's all the same chord. Okay, any one of these notes will do. Okay, so what it is, it's this. So it's first fret of the first finger, first fret of the fourth string, and then the second finger is playing the first fret of the second string, the B string. The third finger is playing the second fret of the third string, and pinky is playing the second fret of the top E string. Okay? Just those top four strings, yeah? You could play the fifth string open if you want, but not the bottom E. Okay? But top four strings is what you concentrate on, yeah? And it's like quick, it's just a strum on that to an E minor. Do lots of that. C diminished to E minor, C diminished to E minor. Okay? So, here in the afterglow day, we keep our rendezvous beneath the blue. Okay, got that? Then we go to an A7 here in the street and Samuel Bay. And then we go into a D7, I fall in love again. Okay, so that's here in the afterglow day, we keep our rendezvous beneath the blue. Here in the sweet and same way, D7, fall in love again. Now we've got a chord run, okay? As I did then. I'd like to give you a challenge, okay? It's not difficult, okay? Just a bit quick, okay? So that's that last line is I fall in love again on D7th, and then you go as is C, as B minor 7th. So that's like you can do a B minor if you like. It's like it should be a B minor 7th, but a B minor would probably do. So you did the C minor earlier in the song. It's the same chord but down a fret. Second, starting on the second of the top E there. Right, and then you go down to B flat minor, to an A minor 7, to a D7. So that's that bit that goes fall in love again in C as B minor, I, B minor, B flat minor, did, A minor, 7th, D7th. Okay, so let's just do this whole middle section again. In the afterglow day, we keep our rendezvous beneath the blue. Sweet and same way, I fall in love again as I did then. Okay, ideally I'd like you to play B minor 7th, not just the B minor, but a B minor 7th, B flat minor 7th, to an A minor 7th, then the D7th. So it's ideal is. So that comes out to fall in love again as I will then. But if you can't manage that, that is fine. Okay, you can get away with that. Okay, and then basically it's into another verse as usual. Basically the same as the second verse to play. Okay, deep in the dark, your kiss will fill me like days of old, lighting the spark of love that fills me with dreams untold. Each day I pray for evening just to be with you, together at last, twilight time. Slowly now, same line, last line again. Together at last, twilight time. And there you have it, boys and girls. So we'll just go through the whole thing. If you want to, just one slowly, really slow anyway, but I'll try and play it even slower, okay? Heavenly shades of night are falling, it's twilight time, Out of the mist your voice is calling. It's twilight time, when purple coloured curtains swirl to the end of day. I hear you, my dear, to time. Creeping the shadows gather splendour as day is done. Fingers of night will soon surrender the setting sun. I count the moments darling till you'll be with me. Together at last at twilight time. Here in the afterglow of day, we keep our rendezvous beneath the blue. Here in the sweet and same way, for the love that as I did then. Deep in the dark, this kiss will thrill me like days of old, lighting the spark that love that fills me with dreams untold. Each day I pray for evening just to be with you. Together at last at twilight time. Last at twilight time. Well, there you go, boys. I hope you enjoyed that one. A blast from the past. I like to be a bit diverse in my song choices. Okay, thanks very much indeed. See you in the next lesson. Bye for now.